for me, I can honestly say, the masterminds have been life-changing.
Don't you want to hear? Isn't that what you want to hear? If you've got a program about changing for good, that's what you want to hear. So I'm going to play Sarah's testimonial, wonderful testimonial. Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to play that in a second. I just want you to think about this, whether you are wanting to change, are you looking for a change, but you don't know how, or you haven't got the vehicle to be able to do that. I've created the vehicle to help you change for good. Come and find out more. All right, here's that testimonial. Many thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'd like to talk to you today about the mastermind sessions that are being run by Will Perry. I have taken part in the most recent batch of sessions that have been done. As part of this, I've also undertaken the programme, working my way through the modules. I think the masterminds are a tool to sit alongside the programme, but also can be done separate to the programme if people aren't involved in the programme or enrolled in the programme directly. For me, the masterminds, what have I learned from them? They've really developed my confidence, certainly. I work in a fairly senior position in a public sector body and always kind of thought that I'd reached my ceiling, I'd reached my cap and couldn't kind of get any further within my career. Despite other people, around me, managers and directors, etc., saying, actually, Sarah, you've got the skills and attributes to go further, I didn't have the self-belief to underpin that. And the masterminds alongside the programme have really developed my self-belief and just really helped me to actually go, you know what, yes, I can do this. And recently that culminated in me applying for a more senior position within the NHS and being successful in getting that position. So I think without the masterminds, I know that I wouldn't have been able to have secured that position because I wouldn't have even bothered to go for it, really. So I think for me, I can honestly say, the masterminds have been life-changing because it's really enabled me to be able to go for this particular post. The things I love about the masterminds are it's a group situation, so everybody is there to help themselves and also to help other people. I think it's great that there is a facilitator involved as well, whether that be Will or whether that be another one member of his team. I think that's a really useful role, and for me, that role kind of helps you feel safe and secure because you know that the facilitator will always pull something back or be able to control and steer a conversation if that's what it's required. I think it's a great tool as well for people to kind of, if you don't feel confident in terms of your listening skills or your questioning abilities or those types of things, I think it's a really safe environment and a small environment that you can kind of test those skills out. For me, I found my confidence grew in terms of actually being able to really identify issues and kind of ask people key questions. And so my questioning style and questioning ability really grew or has grown as part of this process. I think because of the group style and group dynamics, when you get to know people in the groups, you become not scared to actually ask the hard questions. And when you do ask kind of the more probing questions or the more direct questions, the person who is undertaking the role of the client will actually benefit from that themselves, because it really helps them to refine their own thinking and actually think, oh, that's a very good point, or really think deeper about the issue that it is that they're wrestling with, and it helps them to kind of really focus in on that. So I think that's a great way of doing things. I think the whole setup is good because it's not just about you going to someone, oh, your problem is this, we can help you by X, Y, and Z. It's about helping them to help themselves by saying, actually, have you thought about this, or what do you think your problem is, and kind of turning that conversation back around. So I think they're a great tool, and certainly a tool that I know I will use and have used actually in my one-to-one sessions, supervision sessions, for people that I line manage within the public sector environment that I work in. I think the sessions, they're definitely worth it, in terms of from a self-development perspective. They run alongside and sit alongside the programme really well. But as I already said, if you don't do the programme, then you don't have to do them to get the most out of the sessions. It's all about what you put in, you'll get out. I think sometimes people in group situations can be afraid to contribute when actually you don't. If you don't contribute and you don't ask questions, you're not going to get the richness back yourself. You're not going to be able to grow. Where can you ask? Kind of these kind of thought-provoking questions in a safe environment. In the workplace, it's really difficult to ask these type of questions, or to help your understanding and to grow your own confidence in this way, whereas doing it in this safe environment of the mind, the masterminds really does help the situation. So for me, they have been life-changing. I've loved doing it as part of a group, seeing other people grow and develop as you go through the process, all kind of learning together. And it's not about, one person's better than another, absolutely. Each of us has our different struggles in different ways. So it's about actually, can any of my, experiences or skills help this person in another area, like their skills and experiences can help me in the areas that I'm struggling with. So I think it's really a great tool and a great resource for self-development and learning about yourself, and then being able to help yourself really in certain situations. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope you found it useful. And all I can say is, doing the masterminds will be life-changing for you. They've definitely been life-changing for me.
Awesome. Okay, so again, sorry if I didn't say it before, my name is Will Perry. This is what I do, I help people create change for good. So if you want to find out more, I've got a free masterclass on this stuff, but it's only for people with low self-belief. So there's also a free test in there, so it's only 2 minutes. Find out whether you have low self-belief. If you have low self-belief, absolutely, you've got tons of resources, tons of free resources, and a whole program for you to help you create that change that Sarah's just talking about. And lots of other testimonials to share as well. You can dive in and come and look at them. Or if you don't want to even search for them, you can just message me and I'll give you the link. So perfect time to change, because I've got a special offer on. The master class has a special, it introduces the masterminds, and it has a special offer on it. What I've done is taken that to the side and put an even better one in the minute. Bless you, baby. An even better offer in just for the minute. It's there for 5 days. If you want to find out about that, I've put that in there so you can find out about it. So it's the best time to change if you want change for good now. All right, many thanks. Speak to you soon. I'm going to go back to the editing. All right, many thanks. Bye-bye.